Hey girls, it's Saturday! Yay! Okay, so off topic before the theme, I just listened to the AHA, which is Arts, Health and Activism, Healing and Activism live podcast from like Andrew Snack, Lauren Myrtle. I can't remember who those two were, but sorry, but yeah. So yeah, it's launching Atia Books, which starts on Monday, and it's really good. And I remember because they're making the winner, the house that wins gets the site coloured in the house colours, and I was the one who suggested that last year, and they've taken it on. They did it last year and this year, and I suggested it, I think, in a live viewing meeting or something, the first thing that I ever listened to online. I suggested that, and they're using it, and it makes me feel really special. I suggested something that actually is being used and that everyone thinks is a good idea. And I don't really get to listen to live stream things much because of my time zone. I listened to this one and the last one, I think maybe one other. So a few that I've listened to live, and I think I made a difference at the last one, which is really exciting for me. So that's my little wee bit. Yay! I make a difference. I feel special. So on to the theme now. So Hogwarts. How Jemma lives at Hogwarts. At Hogwarts. Well, I'm gonna go through my thing and I'll just see how it goes. So I'd be born, I think, as an only child. Sorry, my brother doesn't exist in this world. And very much like real life, I'd be a pureblood. Actually, technically not, but in real life, my parents are from different nationalities. But anyway, yeah, I'm half Canadian. Would for my dad. But my dad would have been a Ravenclaw. My mum would have been a Gryffindor, and I'd be a Hufflepuff. And in real life, those would be our houses. My brother would be Slytherin, and yes, my family is odd like that. But it's awesome, so it's great. And I go to Hogwarts, and okay, I'm going to do different friends, different eras. So I'll start with Maude as they came along first. Now, there's some Maude stuff is in Gryffindor, and I think at first I might not know them that well just because they're in a different house. But I think I get to know them, and I think I wouldn't get on with James and Sirius that probably. I mean, some of the time it would be fine. I think their pranks were funny half the time. But I think it was kind of mean on some of people like Severus. I'd kind of feel bad for Severus. And I'd like Lily. I'd get to know her a couple of years in, I think, after a few years, because I didn't get to know her immediately because of different houses. And I think I would like to think I would become prefect. It's obviously not really my decision, but I think that I would like to think that as a teacher chosen, not voted for or anything stupid like in real life. And so I'd like to think that I would become a prefect, and I'd be prefect with Lily. And I think that I'd get to know we got on then. I wouldn't be her girl. And if it was Harry's era, again, we don't know many Hufflepuffs as recurring theme, but I get on with most Hufflepuffs, like Hannah Abbott, Susan Bones. I don't know, maybe Zachariah Smith. No, I would not get along with him. I forgot to mention, sorry, I'm backtracking. Snape, I would feel like that. I'd had a complete crush on Remus Lupin, but a few years in, when I get to know him. Yeah. That's back to Harry's year. I wouldn't actually know Harry that well, I don't think. I think he was great in what he did, and I would support him. And Hermione I'd probably get on with, so I'd probably see her in the library, because I'm half off, but I do work. I would be I'm hardworking, buff, so I'd be in the library, I think. And in Hogwarts, I would be very interested in studying the magic, and I'd be that. And so I would say Hermione and prefect stuff, and I think Ron was quite funny. I would laugh at Harry for his thing in book 6. Defense against the dark arts of Snape. No need to call me Sir Professor, things like that. I would find great. But I think I know him that well personally. I would also I've got to get on with her, I think. She gave a load from DA and stuff. I think I'd go on well with her. And yeah, and prefect, I'd go on with prefects like Hermione and Ron. I wouldn't do Quidditch, whatever. I would not do Quidditch. But then next generation. Again, not many Hufflepuffs. Recurring theme. Why can there be many Hufflepuffs? I think I would go. Oh my gosh, the Scamander twins, Lord and Lysander. I have a feeling I'd have a thing for Lysander. I have a feeling that I would. I would love Lysander. Lysander Scamander. I would love him so much. I'd be like, I'd have a crush on him. Definitely, I would. I would quite like. I think I did almost random Hufflepuff girls again, same as Maud. So I'd be friends with random Hufflepuff girls, and through prefecting stuff, depending on what exactly year I was in, I probably wouldn't get on with James Sirius that well. I think if his he strikes me the kind of guy who pranks people a lot and stuff, which not in Fred and George find, maybe in a more meaner way, like in a James Potter way, which I wouldn't really like. I think I would like Luna Potter quite nice. I think I'd like her if I knew her. I don't know if I'd know her or not though, depending on what year I was in. I think that I would probably get on with Rose Weasley. I think I would. Who else is there? Also maybe some of Fleur and Bill as well. I think maybe Roxanne Weasley. I think I might get on well. She might be a more Hufflepuffy person, and really depends. She strikes me as a Hufflepuff person, and yeah. And then so yeah, I graduate. I wouldn't be her girl. I just know I wouldn't be. I would graduate, and I forgot my favourite classes. Divination. I think I would be a seer. I'd be a seer. Make of that what you will, but I would be one. And I love divination, and I'd be really good at it. I'd be pretty good at most like getting E's in most subjects, I think. Drop down History of Magic, drop it ASAP, and probably same with what do I call it? I wouldn't be good at flying or Quidditch. I wouldn't do that. And I'm thinking I also wouldn't be that great at Defense Against Dark Arts. I'd be right at like potions, like chemistry in real life. I could do it. And probably Transfiguration, Charms. I'd be great at arithmancy because it's like maths. I like maths. I'd be great at that. I'd be like pretty good, and I'd be great at arithmancy, like O's and arithmancy and like divination. I'd be awful at History of Magic, and I'd drop that ASAP. And yeah, I'd go into it. I'd be like acceptable, maybe in Defense Against Dark Arts. I would work harder to get an E, but it would be more of a struggle. Then after Hogwarts, I would go into the Ministry of Magic and work in the Department of Mysteries. And I would have a great life. Because I would say I'd be helpful in the prophecy stuff, and I would be a seer who wasn't completely insane. I mean, a bit weird, but not a bit odd and weird, but not like completely out of their mind, kind of like Trelawney. So I could like have a decent conversation with people, and like be able to work with people well and stuff. So I'd be useful in that sense and help run the ministry. And if it was like around the time the order was, I would join the order and join the TA and stuff, depending on which era I was in and such. But I would join and help fight evil. And then I would meet someone in the Department of Mysteries. I'm thinking, equally another guy who's probably a bit odd like me, like divination-y stuff, and have kids and they go to Hogwarts, and I would grow up and I would die of something odd, like an accident in the Department of Mysteries, which is a complete mystery because you don't know what's in there. Yes, I'm including my death, and I can't include my life without including my death. Yeah, I'm not morbid. No, I'm not morbid at all. I haven't planned my own funeral yet, and I actually kind of have, but shush. Most girls plan their own wedding, I plan my own funeral. It is not something to be worried about, just because a funeral is more definite than a wedding. Oh yeah, I would get married to a guy, and I would get married and have kids, and I'd live in London. What else is there? I think that's it, yeah. And I'm running out of time because I'm not editing, because it's half an hour until midnight and I don't have time. I actually listened to the AHA podcast. Yay! So, bye-bye, Marie. I shall see you. No, not Marie. I'm not with it. If I keep getting Betz after me now, I can't balance my head. Okay, so Betz, I shall see you tomorrow on Sunday. And Friday is a good catch-up day. I'm thinking I'm liking the Friday catch-up day idea. DFTBA. Yay! Bye-bye.